Before we get into today's episode, I just wanted to dedicate the entire episode to a young fan for Barnet called Chris East, who sadly passed away recently due to what has been suspected as a heart attack. He was on his way to a Barnet game fairly recently in the last couple of weeks where, unfortunately for him and for his family, he never made it to the match. Now, my thoughts and condolences go out to the entire family. This episode is for you, Chris, and your entire family. No football fan should ever go to a match and not come home. Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 2 of Barnet Bound. It is me, your host, DJam FM. How are you all doing? I am a little bit nervous for today's game. I don't really know why, because we've been in actually pretty decent form since we last saw each other. We're currently sitting in 5th place in Sky Bet League 2 after 4 games. We've won 2 and drawn 2. However, we have had an absolutely humiliating result. We lost 8-0 against MK Dons in the Capital One Cup. Now, I fielded a lot of the backups and a lot of our so-called sort of like under 21s and under 18s players, and it came up, well, it was an awful result. It was just absolutely god-awful. Unfortunately, we got absolutely spanked. A lot of the players' confidence just went to pot, but we then responded by getting a 1-1 draw against Wycombe Wanderers. And if you don't know League 2 very well, they were in the playoffs last year, so that was a really decent result against them. A home capacity of 2,426 turned up for that game. We then drew 1-1 against Northampton, who again are currently top of League 2 at the moment, so that was a really decent point. And we've just gone away from home and secured a 2-1 victory against Bristol Rovers. So an amazing result. We played really well. We got to the point where we were 2-0 up, and then for some reason just completely went into meltdown mode, conceded a goal, and for the next 20 minutes it was just all Bristol Rovers. We somehow managed to clinch a 2-1 win. So today's matchup, we're going to be playing against Cambridge, and they are currently sitting in 3rd in the table. Now, I know it's early on, but this is a massive game for us. The next one I'm going to be bringing you is against Stevenage, because it is a sort of somewhat of a derby. It's a local rivalry between us and Stevenage, so that will be the next game. But what I'm going to be doing in the meantime is bringing you a bit of an interim episode where we go through the actual squad in a bit of depth after the transfer window has concluded, so you can get to know the players a bit more, have a look at some of their stats, and just find out a little bit about what the adventure is going to entail with Barnet. So, you've caught up on everything that you need to know. We haven't made any additional signings, so let's get into the match against Cambridge and see how we do. Come on, boys. So, this is the team lineup we're going to be going with today. It's going to be Jamie Stevens in goal, Gavin Hoyt, James Pearson, Dembele and Johnson as the back 5. The midfield 3, or 4 rather, is, I can't pronounce this guy's name, Wyadom at the right mid, Sam Togwell, Francis and Gambin as the midfield 4. John Akinde and Tom Youngs up front. It's a standard 4-4-2. Cambridge are going to be lining up with the same 4-4-2. Very decent players in their team, for example Berry and also Dunn. Legg, who used to play for Wycombe Wanderers, is in there, and obviously Core is a decent target man. And they've got some decent options on the bench as well, so it's going to be a really tough game. 4-4-2 against 4-4-2. Can't wait to get into this one. We're at home again. We've been at home quite a lot in the early stages of this season, so hopefully we can make home advantage count and get ourselves a decent victory. Cambridge haven't had to travel very far for this particular game, but hopefully home advantage will pay off for us. We're on an early attack at the moment. I don't think it's going to amount to anything, as it never does on Football Manager. No, John Akinde, our main man up top. Let's hope for a good result. Come on, boys, let's do this.
A few moments later.
So, half an hour in, and this is the first highlight of the match, and it's going the way of Cambridge. So Berry's on the edge of the area, plays it to Dunk, plays it back to Taylor. We need to close them down a bit more. Good tackle by Pearson. Can we break? No, Leg collects the ball and has somehow managed to get his way through to Williamson. I thought he was going to get onto the end of that, but Stevens off his line really quick. Other than his mistake at the beginning of the season, he's done really well so far for us. Good ball over to Gambin here. We're on the break. Oh, decent save by their keeper, Robinson. So O'Neill to Newton. It looks like there's going to be one last highlight before the referee blows his whistle. Williamson's through on goal. Great save by Stevens again. That is literally the main highlight that we've had at half-time. One chance for them, one chance for us. I'm just going to say that we've been unlucky, boys. Let's keep it going. Let's try and get this morale up a bit. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. And I have faith in you. So not really worked out in terms of the half-time team talk. A couple of them look quite happy. If things carry on as this way in the second half, I'm going to make a couple of changes just to try and change the matchup a little bit, because there's only been 2 shots on target by both teams in that half. So plenty of things to work on for both Cambridge and for ourselves. Stevens with the goal kick now. Can Akinde flick it on? No, he loses out. But Gavin Hoyt's there to collect the ball. Nice ball through to Akinde. Can he shoot? Oh, it's been blocked. Hoyt back in the box. Oh, thought that was going to be an own goal there. Decent movement and play by Gavin Hoyt. John Akinde goes to have a shot, but it's been blocked, and unfortunately another chance goes begging. Dunk with a throw in to Taylor. Back to Dunk now. Didn't get out closely to him, and Williamson's shot in off the post, and we're 1-0 down. No. That has been their first proper highlight in this second half, and unfortunately the shot has gone in. So here's the highlight of it again. Dunk with a good ball in. A decent tackle by Pearson, but nobody reacts to it other than Williamson, and his shot goes in off the post. Right. If things carry on for the next 5 or 10 minutes like this, I'm going to make a couple of changes, because we've got to get something out of this game. A draw would be fantastic. Right, 65 minutes in. Let's make some changes. So I'm just changing up the throw-ins to long. Now, the reason why we're doing that is because Sam Muggleton has got 18 for his throw-ins. And I'm just bringing on Sean Batt as well. I'm hoping with his pace, if we can get a flick on from John Akinde, hopefully something can happen. Sean Batt has got 17 for pace and acceleration, so I'm wanting to exploit that. Here's our first highlight since the goal for Cambridge. John Akinde to Sean Batt. Can he finish it? Oh, an awful effort. Straight at the goalkeeper, but that's promising. So, Stevens now. Long kick up. Leg gets there ahead of Akinde, and it looks like it's going to be a Cambridge attack unless we can somehow win the ball back here. But Newton's on the right hand side. He plays it back to O'Neill. Inside to Berry, to Dunn. Through to Donaldson. Good save by the keeper. Dunk taps it in. Gutted. Stevens makes an absolutely amazing save. Let's see this on the replay. Yeah, Donaldson. Stevens makes a good save. But Lewis Dunk is literally just there to fire in. It's 2-0. Unfortunately, we just didn't react quickly, and Cambridge did. So O'Neill now to Leg. Plays it inside to Berry. Are they going to add more misery to our afternoon's worth of play? So Donaldson now plays it back to Williamson. But he gets intercepted, but somehow they've still got the ball. So Dunk on the left hand side now. Puts in the ball, but it's cleared by Dembele, and it's back again. Back and forth. Cambridge coming at us with another attack. Pearson heads it clear, but again Dunn picks it up. Constant back and forth between it. They've got to put either in a decent ball in, or we've got to collect the clearance that we make. Again, exactly the same thing happened, and it's through to Donaldson now. Muggleton makes the foul. The young 19-year-old makes the foul, and it's going to be a penalty to Cambridge. And up steps O'Neill for the third. Yes, he puts it past the goalkeeper. That's 3-0 to Cambridge. Not a good result at all. And that goal now takes us down to 10th place. Decent finish into the top right hand corner. So Berry is on the ball now. Sam Muggleton just intercepts it. It looks like the last few seconds here are just going to be a rundown. Although Sean Batt is through one-on-one with the keeper. He scores. We get our consolation goal. Get in. Cue the Norris celebration music. That's not what they play at Barnet, by the way, but I just wanted to get it in there. Decent finish by Sean Batt. Simple ball over the top, and that's all it is. It's just a simple ball Sean Batt gets onto the end of it. We have our consolation goal, which means that we're in 8th rather than 10th thanks to that goal. 3-1 defeat at the hands of Cambridge. Unfortunately, that means that our league run is at an end. We'll leave it at the screen here. We're currently sitting in 8th after 5 games. So, is this run that we've had, is that pretty much it for the season? Or are we going to now bounce back after this weekend's game? As I said, it's only the first defeat in the league, so nothing to get too concerned about, but it is a defeat nonetheless. The boys just didn't turn up in that second half. Cambridge ran the show, basically. So that will be it for today's episode. I'm going to get the transfer window over and done with, and then I'll bring you a squad report to let you know about some of the faces that we have at Barnet, so you can get to know the players a little bit more, because I know them, but you need to know them. You need to get invested in this as much as I am. So we'll bring you a squad report, yeah? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So thank you very much for watching. Not the result that we were desiring, but it's just a small step in the progression of Barnet. We know what we need to improve on to, for next time. So thank you very much, and until the next episode, thank you, and as always on the channel, adios.